Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. And Jay, a recent video from, I believe the outlet is called Say Cheese. And this video dropped around 2 days ago. And we were just getting the opportunity to really go through here and look at some of the comments from Ryan Garcia. They interviewed Garcia. And it's interesting, some of the things that he said, Jay, are really aligned to some of the things that I've said here recently. And I know a lot of people are going to get upset about this, but it's our job to kind of highlight some of these things that fighters are saying. Specifically when these fighters are saying things that really align to some of the things that we've said in the past. So, Jay, I'm going to share this. Maybe it's like a minute or two or something like that. But he's talking about just Terence Crawford overall. And, you know, I've had things to say about Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford is an amazing fighter. I won't go as far as what Ryan Garcia is saying. But I think this sentiment is shared across a lot of boxing fans in regards to Terence Crawford. And then I think from a business aspects perspective, I feel that these are some of the things that I've said on a number of occasions. And I feel that Ryan Garcia hit it on the head when he said this. So let me go ahead and share the screen here real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up, my friend. Find the Ryan Garcia video, and here we go. We're going to start it at the 14-20 second.
Message is still valid.
Yeah, we're going to start it at the 14-20 second mark. And let's go.
I'm doing. You guys are dumb. Terence Crawford is dumb. Logan Paul is just, he knows what he's doing. He knows his brother's done crazier shit. So why don't you say something's wrong with your brother? Your brother's done a lot of crazy shit. The fuck are you talking about? Oh, food? Perfect. You go.
Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Let me make this a
join the
better
interview
size for these guys.
Yeah, we're in the interview.
No, you good.
You can just put it right
Just put it right here. No, just you can just keep it right here. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I mean, when he won the fight against the guy 2 weeks ago, fighting up, you were upset about that.
Oh no, I wasn't upset. I just thought he.
You just said you told him to stop stealing boxing money.
Yeah, because he's stealing so much money for putting out mediocre fights that nobody's gonna fucking watch. You just robbing money for my friend Turki, and you acting like you're some fucking top dog.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been saying for a while, Jay. Like, these fights are not making any money, and I think a lot of people know that. And I think that's the reason why a lot of these fighters are going over there to work with Turki, because they know that they're stealing money, because they know that they don't sell.
You can't even beat this dude's ass that wasn't even that good.
You don't think so?
No, he wasn't that good. None of these motherfuckers are that good.
I disagree with him. I think Madrimov was a lot better than people gave him credit for, and I think that's why people were a little bit surprised about the competitiveness in that fight. But Madrimov isn't necessarily a world beater, but definitely better than what people thought he was.
Good, bro. Terence Crawford really hasn't beat nobody other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Other than that, who Terence Crawford has actually beat? Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence. That's well known.
I think the Spence one was pretty impressive.
But name another one. Sean Porter that was washed.
He was on his way out.
He was on his way out, yeah.
Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not gonna beat nobody, bro. Terence Crawford, if he fights Virgil Ortiz and I think Virgil Ortiz might even give him a run for the money. Even though.
Wow. So that's what he had to say about Terence Crawford. Again, I do agree with the whole sentiment in terms of just his ability to draw and having the opportunity to really just earn money or get money that he's not necessarily earning because he's not actually drawing, fight fans to actually watch his fight. That's true. And Terrence's resume is not great. I mean, simply he's not. I mean, he beat Errol, and it's so interesting because there were so many people that were Terence Crawford supporters, including his team, that stated that Errol Spence was not that good, was not that great, so forth and so on. He beats Errol in dominant fashion, and now they want full credit for beating Errol Spence, the guy that you shitted on and said that he wasn't, excuse my language, but that you disparaged, and you essentially said that he wasn't that great. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me in that regard. But at the end of the day, some of the things I agree with what Ryan Garcia is saying, other things I don't agree with. And if he were to get into the ring with Terence Crawford, I would absolutely pick Crawford. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, I can't stand Ryan Garcia. That his message is I still do agree with some of the messaging that he stated here. about it. Now, if Ryan's talking about he would fight Bud and he'll beat Bud, Bud will put him in the dirt, complete dirt in that for him. He just needs to chill with that. You know, he need to get his affairs in order on that. But I mean, I agree as far as as far as the selling aspect, and I wasn't big on Majamal because he only had 11 fights. You know, you can say all the amateur stuff all you want, but people use that argument on this regard. But when you talk about Bud losing the Ugas and the amateurs, oh, don't bring up the amateurs now. Don't bring up the amateurs. So it's when they want to use it for their narrative.
It's when it's convenient.
It's when it's convenient. So it's like, I don't agree with that. But no, I mean, it's hard to go when you look at Bud's resume. You know what he can do, but you just want to see him tested. People want to say, well, he was being frozen out. He was doing this. Well, he re-signed with a certain organization, and that's who he had to fight over there. He chose to go that route and maximize his dollars over there. He's had one fight against one person that people regard as another top in the 147 at the welterweight division. That was Errol Spence. He beat Spence in dominant fashion. He earned that. Can't take that away from him. He beat the guy a lot of people thought was a boogeyman at 147. He handled Errol convincingly. He gets all the credit for that. But after that, it's hard to say that he beat someone else that was considered like a boogeyman. Anything like that. Bud is still a Hall of Famer. He's still pound number one, but we just gotta be fair, people. We still want to see Bud against anyone the best. I don't agree with Ryan either about him fighting Virgil Ortiz and Ortiz beating him or giving him a go. Virgil had chances at 147. We know what happened back then. He said no. And I think it's still going to be, even at this stage at 37 years old for Bud, I think he'll still handle Virgil. And Ryan, you won't handle Virgil though. So Ryan, chill on that. But overall, the messaging about as far as Bud not really selling a lot, he's pretty much spot on with that.
And he's spot on with the resume as well. Although I still believe Terence Crawford is a great fighter. I still have him ranked number one, pound for pound. I think he deserves that. I think he passes the eye test. I think he's a great fighter. But as I've mentioned in the past, arguments are not binary. When you think about a fighter, when you think about what they bring to the table, when you think about the resume, you can be great, but not have gone against anybody that was also great. And I'm not saying that Errol wasn't great. I just feel that Errol had gone through a number of different things personally in his personal life, and he wasn't the same fighter that we've seen in the past. And I think a number of people know that. And I'm not saying that Errol would have ever won that fight, but I certainly think it would have been more competitive. But he's a fantastic fighter as far as I'm concerned. He passes my eye test. I just think that two things can be true. And at the end of the day, I don't think the resume is where it needs to be in regards to putting him in the all-time great category with people like Sugar Ray Leonard and Ali and stuff. I've heard people do that, and it's like, come on, guys. But anyway, you guys let us know what you think in the comment section in regards to what Ryan Garcia had to say relative to Terence Crawford. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast at M Sports Media, and we are out.